So I wanted to make this video for quite a while now, and the time just never came until now. But for those of you who didn't see, a little bit ago, Insomniac unfortunately got hacked. And again, very unfortunate for them, because all of their secret plans for the future kind of got leaked to everyone. And you don't want to see again, I think people's personal info got leaked, addresses and shit like that. And I know damn well if my Pornhub got leaked out there, I would also be pretty pissed. By the way, it's Papa Dragon 69. Go and add me for a good time. It's definitely not just videos of total drama porn. But anyway, I was getting a little bit off track again. A ton of stuff, of course, got leaked a part of this. One, of course, being the official reveal that we are getting a new Venom spin-off game in the Marvel Spider-Man Insomniac Marvel series video game thing, and it's actually going to be called Venom Lethal Protector. And in the leaks, there are a ton of awesome things that we can talk about in this video that we of course do know. First of all, Miles and Peter apparently will be playable alongside Venom, or at least that is the plan so far. His story will continue on from the Spider-Man 2 story. It will also lead into Marvel Spider-Man 3. Carnage is set to be the main villain, and it is also set for a release in 2025. Now, there are a ton of really interesting things to take away from this. First of all, Carnage being the main villain, that's kind of really weird to me, because I think it was said a bit ago in leaks as well that if Marvel Spider-Man 2 does get the DLC, which we do think is probably going to be coming, is then Carnage is also going to be a villain in that. And again, we did see in the side mission content in Marvel Spider-Man, Cletus Cassidy is currently leading this group called The Flame, where he of course does get his hand on a symbiote that is being traveled by Oscorp in one of their trains. The thing is, he doesn't turn into Carnage. We don't know what happens, any of that type of stuff, right? But I'm guessing the idea for this is that somehow or rather, we're going to get more of the Flame in this potential Marvel Spider-Man 2 DLC. And then, of course, we will get to see, I think, Cletus Cassidy and his story start as Carnage, right? And I think we're not going to get an ending to this. I think this might actually be like a DLC where we don't conclusively get an ending to until we get the spin-off game, where we, of course, get to see Carnage, I guess, really rise and become the really insane, I guess, Carnage that kills and hunts down people for sport, right? Again, a lot of people are also begging the question, they're like, well, isn't Venom supposed to be dead? Well, the thing is, yes, technically Venom is supposed to be dead, but as we just saw, as I mentioned earlier, we did see that in the Oscorp train, there was literally another symbiote just chilling there, which is rumored to be another symbiote that was found in the same space meteorite that Venom was found in. Again, it hasn't revealed if there are any of the other meteorites or what this case is. We don't know any of that lore, which I'm guessing will be expanded upon in this Venom game. But the thing is, this is very I think much an opportunity that everything that came out of this meteorite could just be one big Venom, and that maybe it's the symbiote who attached to Harry Osborn just associated as Venom, the symbiote who attaches to Cletus Cassidy might associate Carnage, and this new symbiote, which again might be just another form of Venom that will, I'm assuming, go to Eddie Brock. I think Eddie Brock will probably get introduced. He will be the main character of this game. We will get to see maybe how his interactions happen with Peter, how he gets the symbiote. You know, could this be a case where maybe he gets it off Carnage? Maybe it's a complete reversal of the story. Usually Eddie Brock gives the symbiote to Carnage in most stories. Maybe this is an opposite, where Carnage gives the symbiote to Eddie Brock, right? I don't know, a fat kid can imagine shit on his computer, which is essentially what I'm doing right now. The weird one to me is that Miles and Peter will be playable in this game. Now, that's really, really, really odd, considering we see that Peter kind of retires as Spider-Man in Marvel Spider-Man 2. I thought we would have maybe seen Marvel Spider-Man 3 start off as like a Miles game for the first quarter of it, and we slowly get Peter coming back into the Spider-Man role as it goes on. But no, it looks like that fan theory as well, is probably thrown out the window, because I'm guessing Spider-Man is going to be playable in this Venom game. Unless it's just Peter Parker and Miles Morales, I really don't know, which would be still weird. I don't know why you would only be able to play as Peter and Miles. In my opinion, I would have just thought they could have just made it Venom and Eddie Brock were the only playable. I would have been happy with that until we get a Spider-Man 3, of course. Again, the consensus rumor out there right now is that in Spider-Man 3, the 3 playable characters will be Peter Parker Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man, and Cindy Moon, because she was, of course, introduced at the end of Marvel Spider-Man 2. I've always said, though, what if they want us to believe that, but the 3rd playable character all along is Eddie Brock and Venom? Again, we saw Miles Morales get his own story and then became a playable character in Spider-Man 2. Don't be surprised if it's Eddie Brock and Venom, the character we learn in this Venom game, who become playable in Spider-Man 3. Don't be surprised about that, because we know nothing about Cindy Moon or her character, so they might even leave that to, like, Spider-Man 4. And again, for those of you who are like, we're probably not going to get a Spider-Man 4, this might be the last one. Yes, that is also probably true, but I'm sure we said that about the Arkham games, that this would be the last Arkham game, this would be the last Arkham game, and they kept extending them on until we got to like Gotham Knights. Maybe one day I wouldn't be surprised if we got like a Spider-Man 4 or something like that, where maybe Peter or Spider-Man's fully retired, or again, hopefully not dead, and then the main characters are like Cindy Moon and probably Julia Carpenter's Spider-Woman eventually, maybe Miles Morales still. Look, we're diving very much into the future. Let's stick to the Venom game, which we do know is happening. This is going to lead into Spider-Man 3, which we also know is happening. Again, as I just said, don't be surprised if Venom is the 3rd playable Spider-Man character in that game, aka Eddie Brock, instead of Cindy Moon. Silk. I would not be surprised at all. I think this game's going to be really cool. The issue with the Miles Morales game is there's just no cool villain, like the Tinker or whatever, and the Prowler. Okay, that's pretty shit. But like, then you look at Carnage and like, oh my god, please sit on my face. Like, again, we have a really big opportunity now to have Carnage as the villain, and other symbiotes get introduced, while a bunch of other symbiote lore here and there gets introduced as well. I'm expecting this game to take place in New York like all the other ones have. It would be cool to see this take place in California, but also with how the story's trending and how they're going to want to get this game out sooner than later, probably not going to be getting a California game, because that means they would have to build out the whole map and do all of that type of stuff, which I just, let's be honest here, they're probably not doing. So there's a lot to take away with this Venom game. It's going to be interesting to see how it, of course, does go. Playing as Venom was one of the coolest parts about Marvel Spider-Man 2. I know a lot of people are trashing on that game now, saying it was too quick. I replayed it again the other like month or so ago. It took me another 4 to 5 days to complete. Again, to me, it's not too short. It's not too long. It's just a really awesome and fun game. And I wasn't the biggest fan of Miles Morales. That I did think was way too short, especially considering they still charged like $100 for that in Australia, which was the same as the other games. I'm hoping this Venom game is a couple hours bigger, or at least a lot longer. And of course, Carnage is just completely badass. But of course, if you haven't already, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Comment your thoughts and opinions down below. Are you guys excited for a Venom game, or could you not care less? I'd very much like to know your thoughts and opinions. But as I was saying, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.